Starting to fucking piss me off.
Who got it better? Nobody. To the field from the tailgate riders. Let's go blue, yeah, the whole team. It's the big house, Michigan Wolverines. If it ain't real, it ain't right. If you can't take a hit, take a hike. The legendary Big Ten can't play it right. No shit regular, motivated the mic. You're so strong, it's on Saturday nights. Howard, Woods, and ready to get the heights. Let's ball, hell to the victors, that's a fun ball. I got a one question, tell them all. That's right, amazing flow, that's all I say. Brother Steve and the B.I.J. Lock him on the bikini, I'm Bailey. Don't forget to get it off like a feeling. Follow while I fall like ever. Roaster, while I get the bad vibe together. Go hard or go home. Trying to get to the national ship in the road bowl. They don't hit, it's hard to finish. The M Club is finished. Jump in the finish. I'm ready right now. You want to come get it. We count it, everybody is hit. Go blue, go blue. Taking up a notch, we supposed to. And if it's not the way we gotta go through, I ain't got a question what the coast do. Hey yo, DJ Array, you ready? Just get into that. Give a show what I listen to the guest. We show up, he's screaming hell. But now we meet my head. There's no meaning of friends, no meaning of fail. So heavy, we hold it weight and we got fear and chaos. We will freeze the pace in the blue arm. Get ready for your house. So when they asking me what I show up, it's like, look. That's why I'm sorry. I guess I'll say that I know. That is blood. Makes it blow. Look at that fight, whether it's first thing or that night. You know, Christ living at that fight. It's not a thing to jump on a plane. Look at that fight. You can start a theory competition. Never have we got mention, not to mention that could be a win. Another spot is listening. Even they drive their team, it's not a mission. It's anybody that think they can stop the mission. It's a race after winners and blue. DJ Afraid got it on 10 songs too. We want to ball doesn't mean it's what we do. And you're a very good let's go and for the number one spot, number two. It's all thing that they know. That is blood. Makes it blow. Like you got home, that one playing work, you need a new persona. You can't run up that middle, we threw the console. Defense got turned over, we threw the plus. Michigan got the D on lock. I mean, I'm about to put this C on lock like I'm DJ Turner. You can't throw it that flat like that for burner. Michigan be all based out, just like a trash top 5 in that ranking. Yeah, I saw it in the Flint Journal. Turbo got the boys fired up in a long jury on the sideline watching the game. You are not worthy. Smells like it's getting ready, Lord have mercy. Still put a sound in the chest, missing on my blurry. In a second, the quarterback tell me what's my hurt. These folks sleep like a can of worms.
The concept of little brother is a common theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. When the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. On the banks of the Red Sea in East Lansing, Spartan Stadium, it's the Michigan Wolverines and the Michigan State Spartans. Along with David Clark and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Tommy Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
He's checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Ollie, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So Michigan's offense will go on the attack first. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has earned that power a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too. And it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in the Sin State rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better. And a big way in doing that is winning this game.
Throws for the tight end. Sure hands, it's Hansen. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Reed on the play action. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball when it falls to the ground. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Hand it to the back. He's got the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Long way to go on second down. Straight ahead, it's Marshall. Looking, just plowing ahead. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Powers through the defender.
Man, no words were heard on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different.
Throws toward the end zone. Timed it perfectly to knock it free. Forces the third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Big hit knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of
about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. There's the talented Isaiah Marshall. More than 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns last time out.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's a fumble on the play. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The Spartans will call on their punt team. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. On the return. Slips through the line. Bulldozes his way through. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. They're going to ride this running back. Lighting off the defender. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Marshall. He's past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. Really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
You got to be impressed with this offense and how they've been able to run the football, move it down the field, just being more physical in the trenches and getting some push. And leading by 3 right now down here in the red zone on 3rd down. I'm not so sure they will.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And the offense gets 7 on that drive. And I tell you what, man, like, they got 3. They got some good momentum going. Continued the momentum, creating some big plays. Palmer, this offense feels like right now, early in this football game, that they're in control, that they know what they want to do, and the defense is reeling a little bit.
Yeah, the defense needs a stop bad the next time they come out. They've got to go back. They've got to get on the iPads. They've got to take a look at what this offense is doing to attack them, because they do look like they're on their heels right now. Obviously giving up a field goal early, but now a touchdown. The next time they take the field, they absolutely need a stop.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run.
kick this one away.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. There's not a screen big enough to list all the memorable moments from this rivalry, but here are a few of them. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Handoff again. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Oh, pressure's coming. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for room. There he goes. Open it up. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. From the gun. Got enough for the first down. Right down the gut of the field. All the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Number 22, set to advance on the football.
Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit, though.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. I'm not talking about ranking trophies.
Comes it upfield. He's down right there, short gain on the ground. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Rushes on, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Spartans line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. With an update on that, let's check in with Holland.
Here on the away team sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong with a big lead. They're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. calls it on the option. Gets away from one. He's got space.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Sends it back in motion. Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Marshall. He lofts one down the sideline. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, no, you're asking for an interception.
Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Marsh. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Fires left. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Fires to the wideout. The quick out. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's got enough. There he goes. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Throwing Reed. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Yeah, you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit.
Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
And the extra point is good. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Marshall. Snags it over the middle. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up the field. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quick give. It's Johnson. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw. Look out! Blasted as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with Arizona State taking on the number 7 team, the Colorado Buffaloes. And it's the Bucs on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game inside Spartan Stadium. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious. For the defense, for special teams, everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on the street. You're down, obviously, to have to have a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Complete. On the move at the 30. Lowers those pads. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
Trying to run, it's Johnson. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
They know where their defensive coverage goes either. How do you leave that big guy open down there in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Marshall. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Runs through the tackle. Got the first down. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. Runs through a tackle. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Michigan. Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, showing what's inside your chest.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out.
Number 22.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Reporting from the Michigan State sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Shoots his way for more. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. With this game well in hand, let's take a look at some of the potential Heisman candidates here as we get very late in the season. the fourth quarter. Let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Tells the play fake, lost the throw on first down. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Tells to fake. They're all over it. Gets rid of it.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. I'll tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hands to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. To the air, it's Marshall. Finds his big tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Under pressure. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great.
And the ball's free in the backfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Got a lot of room to the right. Inside the touchdown, Michigan. How about this defense taking one back to the house? You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
You know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed, and he takes it back for a long touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run him again. Nice move there. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. He'll take it himself. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll try to do it himself. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes.
Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 40, the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quick spin on the run. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next week.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Trying to... That's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, and they'll blow it dead right there. Remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. The run inside. It's Johnson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's